know you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody. Yes, I'm hurt, yes, I'm dead. Most things that I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Taylor XO, or welcome to Taylor XO if you are a new subscriber. So y'all, I really had to come and do this video today just because, it really was terrible watching that video last night that Jazzy posted of the kids going to their school parade, not for the kids' sake, but just because she continues to fail these babies time and time and time again. And I really just feel for these babies, and, they truly do not deserve the treatment that they get from this woman. So it started out on Sunday night when Phil brought the kids home, and, the kids were asking in the live, about their costumes, and Jazzy had asked the people what they were doing for their Halloween, and the kids started asking about their costumes, specifically Kaylin. So I'm going to close this clip of Kaylin speaking on it, and then we will speak on it after.
You said what?
Mommy, but she wanted to be the witch. She said she wanted to be the witch.
Can you just wear your costume from the same one that you can?
It's small.
It's not small. I got everybody's costumes a size up.
Mama.
Look at it. Whenever you get a chance, go in there and look. Because I went in there and looked.
Witch.
She wants to be the witch. You don't want to be Sky?
No, what?
The witch? Okay.
But I'm being Elsa.
She's going to be Elsa.
I'm
Huh?
gonna be the broom.
She going to get on the broom. You going to get on the broom?
Yeah.
We got to get you a broom.
I didn't have a broom last Halloween. I was doing this.
So first and foremost, I had to speak on this specifically just because, and I did block her face out just because, I don't want to be on here disrespecting anybody's kids, especially this beautiful little baby. It really is so sad that you really do have mothers out here that, just really just don't just lack that, dedication and ambition, to be the best mother that they can be, do the extras for your child. A lot of the times parents get so caught up in just doing, the basic necessities for their children, like, bathing them, feeding them, and clothing them. But they really forget about the little extras that your child just, you don't understand how much that, makes them even more feel special about themselves, or just, they feel like they have supportive people in their lives that will do anything and everything for them, and, that really takes pride and truly cares about them. And the thing with Jazzy is she truly thinks that these kids are just clueless to what's really going on around them. But, in fact, these kids, especially Amaya, Kaylin, these kids are aware of what's going on. And they may not say anything, but trust me, kids do know. They surely do know. So just for starters, it just seemed like she took no pride into doing this little girl's hair. It's almost like this girl has not had her hair done for almost 3 weeks to a month now, and she's just putting stuff over top of what's already bad on it just so she can hurry up and get it done. You guys know Jazzy, anything to just hurry up and get things done because she's lazy and she doesn't want to do it. But this little girl was not only going out to Halloween, trick-or-treating that night, but she was also going to school, a school parade. Why wouldn't you want to make your child look presentable enough to go to school and participate in her Halloween parade? That was just plain flat out unacceptable. So moving on. And I really just had to add this extra picture in here. I know I told you guys we're moving on, but yet again, this is how she sent all 3 of her girls to school for a school parade, for this Halloween costume parade. And yes, she's wearing Amaya's costume, which, yet again, there is some families who do have to do hand-me-down Halloween costumes. But I will say, and as we all say time and time again, when you are out spending money on a man, $600 shoes, looking into luxury furniture, you're hiring interior designers, you're about to move to an actual house, you're paying for a man to have rims and the latest things on his car, you're paying for trucks, you're paying for weekend getaways, steak and shrimp dinners, and you mean to tell me that you could not go out and buy a $15 to $20 Halloween costume for your children? Now, Halloween is something that is a reoccurring holiday. It falls on October 31st every every year on the same day, year after year after year. So why this girl cannot prepare herself better enough to be able to afford all 5 costumes, but I'll just say all 4 costumes for these kids is just mind-blowing. Now, she says that her and Philip have this great co-parenting relationship, I guess, to where they just keep it strictly about the kids, but it seems as though, they always have these issues when it comes to holidays, birthdays, celebrations, anything. Anytime it has come to a time where all, 4 or 5 of them are required to have something for a holiday or get them something or school starting or something like that, it just seems like it's such an issue. Now you have 3 parents in the equation for these kids: Chris, Philip, and Jazzy, and I guess we can even count Philip's girlfriend now, Hannah. So 4 adults in these kids' lives that are, somewhat participating, and you mean to tell me that all 4 children weren't able to get brand new Halloween costumes? Now, I would think if you do have this great co-parenting relationship with Philip, that you will be able to say, okay, well, you buy 2 costumes and I'll buy 2 costumes. That'd have been probably $120 between both of them. 2 for one and 2 for the other. And, I'm sure the Halloween costumes probably would have been about $30 each. So why it was such an issue, it just doesn't make any sense to me. You claim that you have a man there that's working 2 jobs. He's making all this money, working all these hours. And then you have you, posting all the time. And then you have, Hannah, which is Philip's girlfriend, who seems to have, a decent living. She has a nice place, nice car. So I'm just so confused. And you also have Jasmine's mom. I mean, and which she's not obligated to buy anything for these kids, but you would think as many adults as they do have in their life that they will be able to get new things when it comes around for times like this. So basically, Jazzy tried to say on this part of the video, during the Halloween parade, she's seen Aiden coming up, and Aiden had on a whole different costume than originally what he walked out the door with. And as soon as she seen him, she had questioned the teacher, which I'll add this clip in right here.
To Aiden's costume.
He didn't want to wear it, and so I was giving out costumes to kids who didn't have it, and he wanted one of mine.
Oh, okay.
So basically, she was upset that Aiden, wasn't wearing his costume. And basically, the teacher said that she was passing out costumes to the kids who basically couldn't afford one. And she ended up just giving Aiden one. Now, clearly, that little boy really did not want to be in that costume. If he took a fit and wanted to get a new costume in the classroom when he already had one, it's pretty bad when a child is literally crying when they already have a costume on and they're bugging the teacher to put on another costume. And yet again, those type things don't embarrass Jazzy. To her, those are just things that, that's just, she'd rather have that than her go out and buy the actual costume. Anything to where she doesn't have to pay. It doesn't have to be her problem. And poor little thing, I know he probably wanted to be, maybe the Hulk or a police officer or something like that. And this poor boy had to wear yet again the same costume that he wore last year. And yet again, some kids do have to wear the same costume that they wore the year before. But when you have a mother who is going out and paying for a man, it becomes a problem then, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. So in the following clip, she's walking Ava out of the school, and I'm guessing that Ava had threw up on the costume because she had the costume in a plastic bag, and Ava was walking out, and the little girl looked so sick and just so miserable. And it just seems like every Halloween, one of these kids are sick. Last Halloween, Amaya was sick. Now this Halloween, Ava was sick. And she just carried the baby out. I mean, she didn't even carry the baby out. She just had her walk out in a blanket. I don't know where her coat was. She said that it was pouring down rain before she arrived at the parade. So why the little girl walked out with just a blanket over top of her, I really don't know. And like I said, Ava looked so just out of it and sick. And, Jazzy just didn't seem to have too much care. I mean, why are you filming this little girl when she's sick? It's just all around. It's just, I really don't understand as a mother, how she just doesn't, have these type of bonding things with her kids. It just seems like they're treated as like, strangers' kids or, some random kids that she just had to come up on and take in. she does not have that motherly instinct towards them, nothing. So Ava wound up being sick, and then in the next clip, she starts showing Legend's costume. So towards the end of the video, she started showing Legend's costume, and this is what she had to say about Legend's costume.
For Halloween, got it gently used. Look, save your coins, got it gently used.
Mommy, I love you.
Love you too.
I love Legend's costume.
You love it.
So towards the end of the video, she started showing Legend's costume, and allegedly she said that she had bought it off of Marketplace, gently used. And, she couldn't have possibly bought this boy anything new. We know that since this baby has came out the womb, he has got everything and anything used. Nothing that this boy gets is ever brand new, but a lot of people did say that they think that she secretly did buy his costume brand new, but she just didn't want to say it because she didn't want to make people think that she was favoring Legend over the other kids. But, she did say that she was in a Facebook group and she got it from one of the moms there, so who knows? Either way, I just feel so sorry for these 4 babies that continue to get treated like they are, a bother, that they can't be afforded, that, they're in the way, they're, just constantly being needy. I just get that vibe that those kids are treated like, that they are just the neediest of the neediest kids, and Legend is treated like, this prince. And it is very unfortunate because most times in families when the mother, separates from the first father of the children and she goes with the second or the third or however many, most of the times that child gets favored over the other kids because that father is in the home and the other father's not. The way this so-called quote-unquote mother seems to take no pride into these kids and their appearance and how they go to school. I really hope the teachers do catch on to this, this whole thing that she's got going on with these kids, because it really is crazy. And the fact that, these kids are getting older and they want new things like their friends at school, and they want to, be like everybody else and, have brand new costumes and have new things and not always have to just settle for, a hand-me-down or a Facebook Marketplace thing because their mother chose to have more kids than she could bite off. And now she's making her 4 pay for it because, she rather spend the money on her man, or she just does not want to spend the money, or simply just doesn't have it. Sis, if this is becoming like this to where you're not able to afford costumes for your kids, then maybe you do have to quit YouTube and get you a 9-to-5, something that's going to be able to fully be able to provide good things and, new things for your children. At this point, it's becoming crazy now. And I guarantee you, the way you keep neglecting those kids, teachers, strangers, whoever will be catching on. And I really do hope that, she gets handled and these kids get in a better situation, because at this point, it's so unfortunate and it's terrible. But comment down below, you guys, what you guys think. Do you guys think that she did buy Legend's costume new, or she just, really did buy it off of Facebook Marketplace? You guys comment down below what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for another one.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different.